I'm joined with Taj Singh from First Nordic here at the Fall Mining Showcase 2024, presented by Red Cloud. Taj, thanks for joining us.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
So it's been a while since we've last spoke. I spoke with Adam from First Nordic back at Beaver Creek in September. First, I want to talk to you about gold. I think that the theme that not enough people are talking about, that to me is really interesting, is that Costco's selling gold bars.
Yeah.
And they can't keep them on the shelves.
Yeah.
You think that this is a bigger thing for the gold market than people are making it out to be?
I mean, I don't know specifically about the Costco thing. That is super interesting. I know people love buying silver, but that's very interesting. But like speaking overall and kind of the way things are going, yeah, I think we're just in the first inning or second inning where you have it of a super bull market for precious and certain other metals as well. But like, yeah, no, I think we're on to something. I think the interesting thing is like banks that are normally pretty bearish on gold are actually calling for $3,000 gold, like big banks.
Big American banks.
Yeah, big American banks in 2025. And the thing that I think is the opportunity for an investor is just the catch-up trade. Like gold's gone up so much this year, right? But the equities haven't really. There's a few names that stick out that maybe I've went with it, but generally, the equities haven't matched the performance of gold, not even close. And they're actually supposed to be leveraged and torqued on gold. So I think there's a catch-up trade about to happen.
We're here at a mining conference. Lots of gold names here. We were at Beaver Creek, the big precious metals conference. A lot of investors there, and even today, and I think Red Cloud's doing a great job. But the level of foot traffic, the amount of retail investors, or the amount of brokers, portfolio managers I'm seeing here, tells me that we are in the very, very early innings for the equity trade.
Yeah, I think so. It's like, listen, I think year over year, these conferences are getting a lot more traffic, like Beaver Creek for sure, year over year. Increased kind of in attendance and quality of meetings. For me personally, as an issuer, it was actually really good. It was probably one of the best conferences I've seen. A lot of engagement, investor engagement. But yeah, listen, I think this is the start of things to come. And some people are still cautious, I think. I'm like, do they think it's a head fake on gold price? Equities haven't moved. What's going on? People are a little frustrated. So a lot of them are staying cash on the sidelines. I think that should change, and of course that's all of our hope that are here at this conference. But yeah, I agree with you that it should be more, and I hope it moves to be more.
Okay, so since we last sat down with Adam, You guys have started some new exploration campaigns. What can you tell us?
So we've got on the Gold Line Belt in Sweden specifically. That's our focus of our portfolio in Sweden. We're going to be doing base of till drilling that prepares it for diamond drilling. So these are shallow holes, lots of holes, like 100 holes over a certain area, hundreds, really short holes, cheap holes that get it ready. It's essentially a way of sampling the bedrock because you've got till, you've got overburden in the Nordics. You got to get below that, hit the bedrock. So we're hitting 3 major targets that all have multi-kilometric size. Some of them are 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers. We're hitting 3 major targets. We're going to be hitting Klippen. We're going to be hitting the Storjukten project at the Nippes target, and we're also going to be hitting Powback. And so we're getting all these ready, and they're going to be great. Like results will be coming out of their gold assays. We're getting them ready for 2025 to diamond drill them and do some really extensive diamond drill programs on them. So, every month or so you should expect results coming out of them. And then we're also running a huge geophysics program over a huge part of the north part of the belt, which will give us further layers of information to get these targets ready. And we really think there's the Barsley project that we're in a joint venture with Agnico on. We think there's more Barsleys out there to find them. So exciting times.
So you guys also recently made some board changes. What led to these changes?
This was just an addition to beef up the team. Jeff Couch has joined us. Jeff was head of mining banking at BMO in London. Very prestigious position and very well connected in Europe. He's based in London. Currently does quite a bit of work and consulting work for Orion Mine Finance. So he's very well connected. I think he's going to be great for us as we build the brand and the exposure in Europe and get us connected with the right people and look to ultimately end up financing the company to push it forward. Yeah, it was a great addition.
So you guys notably have Agnico Eagle as a major investor who when I read the sentiment on the message boards and what's happening on social media, Agnico Eagle is kind of the pretty girl at the ball, we could say. Everybody speaks really highly of Agnico Eagle. What's your conversations like with them? What are the things that they're concerned about? And ultimately, for our audience who's watching and they're saying, okay, I want to invest in some juniors, what are the kind of things that you think that they're thinking about that made them want to invest in you guys?
Well, I think, Agnico's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're one of the few companies that I think in the producer space that's had a really good year. But if you even think of them, they're kind of at their all-time highs of share price by a little bit, but they're still trading at what they were trading at $2,000 gold or $1,800 gold. They still have a catch-up, and they've just been having knockout quarter after knockout quarter. Pretty much, I think it's a consensus view that they're the world's best gold miner. It's an amazing partner to have. We have a great relationship with them. I think, what are the major criteria for them is they're big now. They want size, they want scale, and, we've got an entire belt. They like that. They like jurisdictions, good jurisdictions. They want to keep the jurisdictional risk low. We're in a first world country. It's a mining country, both Sweden and Finland. They like that. And then they want to see that the management has had experience and had past success before in previous deals. So all of these things are probably important criteria for them. And for us, it's honestly been a great relationship. They know the area really well. They've been producing in Finland for years. They've been at the project in Sweden for over a decade. So it's a huge benefit to us.
Well, Taj, last question for you. If I'm watching the story and I'm thinking about First Nordic as one of those names that I want to hop into, what am I looking out for over the next year?
So next year is going to be very busy. Like I said, I kind of alluded to it before in the previous question, but lots of exploration results out of our 100% owned properties, getting them ready for drilling. All of these bot drilling programs at each of the 3-4 targets will be coming out sequentially. And then next year is going to be huge. I think we're going to be probably doing diamond drilling campaigns, kind of maiden diamond drilling programs on 3 different targets on the Gold Line Belt. And hopefully there's a brand new discovery or 2 next year. We're pretty excited.
All right, well, Taj, thanks very much for hopping on here, and I look forward to seeing what those results look like.
Awesome, thank you.